Hey, I'm Terrisavellefoy, your cheerleader of dreams. And today I have one mission: to help you save years of wasted time with 15 productivity hacks that are literally life-changing. Listen, if God gave you a dream, He expects you to fulfill it. And that means we don't find time, we have to make it. So today, we're kicking excuses to the curb and diving into 15 productivity tips that will save you literally years of your life. Let's get started. Oh, and all of these are in your free download along with a sample time block template that changed my life years ago. So click the link in the description, get this free time-saving download, my 15 tips, plus a time block template you will love. Okay, tip number 1 is to win the morning, win the day. Now let me give you an example and see if you can relate. A girl named Sarah was a full-time mom with a dream of becoming a published author. But between school drop-offs, soccer practices, and dinner duty, her days vanished before she could even open her laptop. So she just made one bold change. She started waking up at 5 a.m. No distractions, no noise, just her coffee, and her keyboard. In that golden hour before the world woke up, Sarah wrote 500 words a day. Didn't seem like much until 6 months later, she had a completed manuscript. That book went on to get published and open the door to a whole new career. Didn't happen by chance, it happened because she won the morning. Your morning sets the tone for the entire day. Whether it's writing, working out, or praying, tackle the most important thing first when your energy and your focus are at their peak. Even just one powerful hour can change the trajectory of your life. Okay, tip number 2 is schedule your dream first. If it matters, it's gotta be first. Just like we saw with Sarah. Let me tell you about a girl named Jenna. She had a 9-to-5 job in customer service, but her real dream was launching her own online boutique. For months, she told herself she'd work on it after work. But let's be honest, by the time she got home, she was exhausted and just Netflix was calling, right? So she flipped the script, and Jenna started waking up just 1 hour earlier at 6 a.m. and dedicated that time to building her dream. Product planning, website design, social media. Brick by brick, she built her boutique. Within 1 year, her side hustle became her main hustle. And it all started because she scheduled her dream, whatever's on your vision board, first. See, don't give your dream leftovers. Give it your first and best. Even 30 to 60 focused minutes in the morning can compound into serious momentum. Okay, tip number 3 is to time block like a pro. Block your time like an appointment you can't miss. Time blocking is a simple but powerful productivity method where you divide your day and all your responsibilities into blocks of time. I'll give you an example using Rachel, a busy working mom with a dream of writing a children's book. Lots of people have a dream to write a book. Well, here were her to-do list. This is what it included. So drop off kids at school, work 9-to-5 job, grocery shopping, prep dinner, respond to emails, write her book, her dream, right? So she blocked her schedule like this: 6 to 6:30, coffee plus quiet time. 6:30, 7:15, write 1 page of her book. 7:15 to 8, get the kids ready, school drop off. 8 to 5, work hours. 5 to 5:30, grocery store run. 5:30, 6:30, cook and eat dinner. 6:30, 7:30, family time. 7:30 to 8, check and respond to emails. 8 to 8:30, wind down. So let me tell you why this works. Her dream gets scheduled first. It's not just left to chance. Plus, no task is just floating around in her head. It's on the calendar. And she protects her energy by doing deep work, the book writing, early. So she wins the day by intentionally winning the morning. Now again, your free download this week has a sample time blocking template you can customize for your life. So just click the link in the description along with all the 15 productivity tips in one document. Tip number 4 is to ditch the 5-minute scroll. You know that just checking your phone moment, it's not 5 minutes, it's a black hole. Scrolling on social media can silently steal your success. Now, why scrolling is a time trap? You think you're relaxing or staying connected, but 20 minutes turns into an hour and you're no closer to your goals. It hijacks your focus. You're constantly swiping. It just trains your brain for distraction. It robs your mornings and your evenings. You know, many people grab their phone first thing in the morning or scroll before they go to bed. Those are two of the most powerful times to shape your mindset. And instead of building your vision, you're just consuming someone else's. So what happens when you limit it? You reclaim hours each week. You find time for what matters, like reading, planning, creating, exercising, praying. So try this. Set a 30-minute limit to, put the phone down and then live your real life. 30-minute limit. Okay, tip number 5 is to make a top 3 list, not a top 30. So every morning, what's your top 3 wins for today? I used to make a list of 37 things to do today. At the end of the day, I had checked off 19 and felt discouraged. 19! See, clarity kills overwhelm. Focusing on 3 big wins instead of a list of 30, it's a game changer for your productivity, your mindset, and success. See, when you aim to do 30 things, your brain just goes into overwhelm and you waste energy switching tasks and you just feel scattered. But when you choose 3 clear, high-impact goals, you lock in your focus like a laser. So out of 30 tasks, maybe only 3 really matter, like making a sales call, writing a chapter, or completing a workout. It means you're building momentum towards your actual goals, not just checking boxes. And you stop feeling like you're failing because you didn't do it all, right? No, you end your day thinking, I did what mattered most. And that's enough. And here's the thing. If everything is a priority, nothing is. So choose the 3 things that would make today a win and win it. Okay, tip number 6 is use dead time wisely. Now, I've been sharing this for years, but what I say is to turn your car into a classroom. Now, it's crazy, and I know cars don't have these anymore, but you get the point. It's crazy how much you can learn, build your faith, learn a new language, all behind the wheel of your car, just using dead time wisely. Maybe you're a busy mom working full-time with big dreams to start your own business. Your schedule is slammed, but you realized you do have 30 minutes in the car every morning and every afternoon just commuting. Well, instead of zoning out or scrolling at the stoplights, just make this powerful switch. Go to Automobile University. Use your drive time to listen to podcasts about business, faith, leadership, 1 episode at a time. That tiny shift, it adds up to over 5 hours of learning every week without even changing your calendar. So some more examples of dead time: waiting in line, or folding laundry, or walking the dog, sitting in traffic, on the treadmill, airport layovers, flying somewhere. These are just little pockets of time that don't have to be wasted, they can be invested. Okay, tip number 7 is to set a timer and race yourself. Turn everything into a game. I love this one, and I do it all the time over everything. The little timer on my phone, it gets used a lot. Now, let me tell you a quick story of how a girl, Lisa, heard me teach this when it comes to decluttering your house, just one 20-minute session at a time. So Lisa was drowning in distractions. Her to-do list was a mile long, but every time she sat down to work, she'd scroll for just 5 minutes, and an hour later, nothing was done. Well, one day she heard me give this productivity tip to set a timer and race yourself. She was skeptical, but she was desperate. So Lisa just gave it a try. She had laundry to fold and emails to answer. She set the phone timer for 20 minutes and said, let's just see how much I can get done before this buzzes. She folded a full basket, replied to 3 emails, and even had some time to sip some coffee. She said it felt like a game and she won. Well, the next day she did the same thing with her writing, then her budgeting, then her cleaning. Guess what? She started finishing more in focused 20-minute sprints than she used to do in an entire distracted hour. When you race the clock, you beat procrastination. Timers just trigger urgency, focus, and just that little competitive spark that we all have inside. So whether it's 15, 30, or 60 minutes, when the clock's ticking, your brain gets in the zone. Okay, tip number 8, plan tomorrow tonight. You've heard me say this, that I never go to bed without planning the next day. So before you crash at night, Set your plan for tomorrow. Planning tomorrow tonight is like laying out your clothes before bed. You wake up ready to win instead of just scrambling to begin, right? Now here's why it's so powerful. You start with clarity, not chaos. When you wake up knowing exactly what to focus on, you avoid that morning fog of, where do I even start? No, success loves a plan. Writing or winging it, let me just say, is just a wish. But writing it, planning it is power. Got it? Okay, tip number 9 is learn to say no without guilt. Learning to say no without guilt is one of the most powerful success habits you can build because not every opportunity is your assignment. Now, here's why saying no matters. Every yes is a no to something else. When you say yes to everything, every invitation, every request, every shiny opportunity, you're unintentionally saying no to your priorities. So saying yes to someone else's agenda can mean saying no to your own purpose. But saying no protects your energy. Wasting it on things that aren't aligned with your calling, it drains you and it delays your dreams. And saying no is not mean, it's mature. I know, I get it. I've said yes so many times because I don't want to appear to be mean, right? But I found out that you don't owe anyone an explanation or an apology for guarding your priorities. So saying no isn't rejection, it's redirection toward what matters most. And your schedule is proof of your priorities. So don't clutter it with what's not your calling. So bottom line, saying yes to everything is saying no to your dream. Okay, tip number 10, outsource like a champion. Can someone else do it faster, better, cheaper? Then delegate it, hire them, free up your time to do what matters most in your life. Now, why it's important is because time is limited. You only have 24 hours, so outsourcing buys back time for what matters most. Let the experts handle what drains you because energy is your currency, right? And when you stop doing the draining stuff, you have more energy for creativity and vision. Now, here's some practical outsourcing examples that anyone can do. One is like a laundry pickup and drop off. Instead of spending 3 hours washing, drying, folding, use a local laundry service. You could save 3 hours a week. Use that time to meal prep, write your blog, or go to the gym. Another one is grocery delivery. No more wandering the aisles for 90 minutes. Think about that. You're saving 1.5 hours a week. Use that to work on your side hustle or organize your finances. Here's another one. Hire a teenager to run errands. You need dry cleaning picked up, your car washed, packages mailed. Outsource to a local helper. You could save 2 to 3 hours a month. Another one is meal services. If cooking every day just drains you, you could save 5 hours a week or more. More time for writing, planning, or reading that personal growth book. Now, I know it's a mindset shift, but every minute you're doing something that someone else could do, you're taking time away from what only you can do and making progress toward these dreams in your heart. You've got to stay focused on this. So start with just one task this week that drains your energy and delegate it. Okay, tip number 11 is to batch your tasks. Batching means grouping similar tasks together and doing them during a set block of time, instead of switching between unrelated tasks all day long. So here's some practical examples of how to batch like a pro. So laundry day. Instead of doing a load here and a load there throughout the week, just pick one laundry day. Gather it all, wash it, dry it, fold it, and put it away in one go. Add a podcast or music playlist to make it more enjoyable. Meal prepping. Set aside 2 hours on a Sunday afternoon to prep meals for the week. That way you save time every day and pretty much eat healthier, right? I don't do this, but I don't cook either. So I've heard it's a huge time saver. Okay, answering emails. Instead of checking email 20 times a day, batch your replies into 2 30-minute blocks. One in the morning, one at the end of the day. Okay, filming podcast. Block off a full day to record multiple episodes at once. That way you just stay in the creative zone and you don't have to set up the equipment over and over again. For example, I film 4 to 5 of these videos all in one day. I'm already set up in the studio. I bring 4 or 5 changes of clothes and I'm already in the flow of filming. Okay, another one is cleaning the house. Instead of spreading cleaning out over 7 days, do a power clean on a Saturday morning where you vacuum, wipe down the surfaces, reset your space. Bottom line, batching helps you stay in the zone and get it done faster. Okay, tip number 12 is to cut your meeting times in half. If you give a meeting an hour, it'll take 1 hour. If you give it 30 minutes, it's done in 25. Now, why this works? Have you heard of Parkinson's law? It says work expands to fill the time allotted. Translation, if you schedule more time, people use more time, whether it's needed or not, and it's so true. But if you use a timer and say out loud, let's knock this out in 20 minutes. Now I've heard that Jeff Bezos banned PowerPoints at his Amazon meetings and he kept decision-making tight. Why? Because high performers hate wasted time. They walk in, get to the point, walk out with clarity. So bottom line, if it takes 30 minutes, don't give it an hour. Create that urgency. Done is better than drawn out. Tip number 13, use visual cues. Out of sight, out of mind. But in sight, front of mind, front of action. So if you want to stay focused, motivated, and productive, you've got to see your goals daily. That's why I have vision boards. But here's the thing. Visual cues act like these nudges from your future self saying, hey, don't forget what matters. So what are visual cues? Think of them as reminders you can't ignore. Physical or digital prompts that just keep your goals, your priorities, your habits in clear view. I mean, here's how sticky notes on your bathroom mirror that just say drink water or speak life or write chapter 1. It works. Phone alarms with labels that say 7 a.m., read 10 pages, 12 o'clock, pray or reset, 6 p.m., journal your gratitude. So vision boards in your office or your bedroom, pictures of your dream home, your dream body, your dream job, just staring at you like, let's go. See desktop wallpaper with your word of the year or your top 3 goals. These visual cues help you stay laser focused on what matters. So what you consistently see, you start to believe constantly. And belief leads to action. So surround your space with vision. Set the tone, set the reminders, and watch your productivity soar. Tip number 14, stop multitasking and start monotasking. Multitasking feels productive, but it's not. You might think you're getting more done by juggling emails and text and tasks all at once, but research shows that it actually lowers your efficiency by 40%. See, your brain isn't wired to focus on multiple complex things all at the same time. So what you're actually doing is task switching, bouncing back and forth, which wastes mental energy. It slows down your progress, it creates stress and overwhelm. So why monotasking works, which means focusing on one thing at a time. It's how high performers just crush their goals faster with less burnout. So let's just say you're writing content for your business. If you're also checking messages and flipping to Instagram every 3 minutes, you'll take 2 hours to do what could be done in 45 focused minutes. But if you block 45 minutes, set the timer, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, work on just that content. You will be shocked how much faster and better it gets done. So bottom line, one thing at a time wins every time. Okay, tip number 15 is celebrate small wins. Small wins are a big deal. You don't need to wait until you hit the finish line to celebrate. Every step forward is worth a big high five. So when you acknowledge progress, no matter how small, you build momentum, and momentum is what carries you to your goal. So if you wake up 3 days in a row and you wake up earlier than normal, give yourself a high five. You saved $100 for your business. You wrote a paragraph for your book. You posted your first piece of content. Don't skip it, celebrate it. Whether it's a coffee treat, a cupcake, a massage, mark the moment. Bottom line, small steps lead to big results, but only if you keep stepping. So party with every progress point, because when you celebrate, you're more likely to keep going. So final thoughts. You don't need more time, you need more focused time and better stewardship of the time you already have. The dream God planted in you, it's waiting for you to rise up and chase it down. And remember, your time is your tool, so let's make every second count. And if you love this episode, be sure to subscribe, share it with a friend, get your free download with the sample template for how to block time for your life and your goals. Just click the link and start today. And I'm cheering you on to live your dreams.
Join us for the Icing Women's Conference live experience in Paris, France with terrisavellefoy. This is your time to grow in your relationship with God, gain the biblical tools you need to live your dreams, break free from limitations, and make 2025 your most extraordinary year yet. This conference is a dream terrisavellefoy has had for 15 years, and now it's finally happening. Join Terry and anointed guest speakers on June 27th to 28th for an unforgettable weekend that will inspire and empower you to step into your God-given purpose in the heart of Paris. Go to terry.com to register for the Icing Women's Conference today. Don't miss this dream come true event for faith-filled women ready to live their dreams. We can't wait to see you in Paris at Icing 2025.